Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. We got a lot more to cover on Bitcoin Las Vegas and XRP Las Vegas. It's coming and all that stuff. So if you want to join the private group, I'll put a lot of extra content in there today. Go to daixrp.com to join through the Patreon, or click the join button right below this button if you'd rather join through YouTube. And don't forget, go to xrpwealth589.com. That's my affiliate partner, Caleb and Brown. It'll take you right to the page. You click sign up today. If you want to be able to do something that you can't do anywhere else in crypto, actually have a person you can speak to, have institutional custody, and you actually have the institutional liquidity to execute your exit strategy. So go to xrpwealth589.com. It will forward you right to my page on Caleb and Brown. The market is kind of boring right now. I'm not going to focus on that too much. Look at this. CME Group Futures trading data on XRP underscore the global appeal of payments-focused cryptocurrency. And then we have Ripple's Hidden Road launches OTC crypto swaps in the U.S., opening institutional access to cash-settled trades across major digital assets. And look at this from Chad Steingraber. This is part of this. Hidden Road today announced the launch of its digital asset swaps prime brokerage capabilities for the United States market. U.S.-based institutional clients will now be able to execute cash-settled OTC swaps across dozens of the most prominent digital assets. While OTC swaps represent a significant portion of digital asset trading volumes globally, until now they were largely unavailable to U.S. institutions. With the launch of our swap prime brokerage capabilities in the United States market, we can provide clients with access to an expanded range of products and solutions. With the backing of Ripple's significant balance sheet, Hidden Road will exponentially expand its capacity to service its pipeline and become one of the largest non-bank prime brokers globally. It's huge, folks. Look at this. The amount of money inbound for crypto market is almost unfathomable. Trump administration acts as binary barrier for crypto and 401k plans. Folks, do you know how much money is about to flow into this space? It's crazy. Excuse me. All right. The Bitcoin Maxis they're all starting to figure it out.
Arthur, degen with me a little bit here. Next question is, if you had to pick in 2025, XRP or Cardano?
Ooh. I'd probably pick XRP.
Smart.
I think that Garlinghouse is a lot more political gravitas than Hoskinson, Cardano.
So you think he's in the trenches, in the White House trenches, and he's got the... You say yes?
Yeah, he's got more juice than Cardano. No,
Also,
they're both a piece of dog shit, but like if I'm gonna pick one, it's Ripple.
Guys.
Oh my gosh, these guys. Okay, Vice President J.D. Vance was at Bitcoin Las Vegas. Got a lot of cool clips here.
The consistent fear that I hear is that there's still this perception that digital assets are not welcome in the mainstream economy. And let me promise you that our effort to change the policy is purely about changing that. We want our fellow Americans to know that crypto and digital assets, and particularly Bitcoin, are part of the mainstream economy and are here to stay.
There's that one. There could be some overlap, but I don't think so. I tried to keep it out. We'll see.
In this administration, we do not think that stablecoins threaten the integrity of the United States dollar. Quite the opposite. In fact, we view them as a force multiplier of our economic might.
Bingo.
Dollar-pegged stablecoins, particularly once Genius is enacted, is only going to help the American economy, and it's only going to help the American dollar.
Yep. And then here's another quote.
Crypto is a hedge against bad policymaking from Washington, no matter what party is in control. It's a hedge against skyrocketing inflation, which has eroded the savings rate of Americans over the last 4 years. And as you all know well, it's a hedge against a private sector that's increasingly willing to discriminate against consumers on the basis of their basic beliefs, including their politics. That includes, of course, debanking users for Second Amendment advocacy or for ties to the first Trump administration. In Canada, the government did the same to kill those big truck driver protests in 2022. Less than a week later, they succeeded. The protests were over. But maybe most importantly, I see crypto as a hedge against one of the most dangerous trends in the digital era in both the public and private sectors. And that's of elites who, rather than innovate themselves, prefer to simply take over and co-opt cutting-edge technologies to assert their control over other people. And I know we believe this in this room. That's not Bitcoin. It'll never be Bitcoin. And you guys are going to make sure that happens.
Okay, we got a lot more. Okay, this is Pakistan is announcing a Bitcoin reserve.
Today is a very historic day because today I will announce that the Pakistani government is setting up their own government-led Bitcoin strategic reserve. And we want to thank the United States of America again, because we are getting inspired from them. And this wallet, the National Bitcoin Wallet, is not for speculation or hype. We will be holding these Bitcoins and we will never ever sell them.
All right, and then Eric Trump was there as well.
Using the word hate, but honestly, I would love to see some of the big banks go extinct, because honestly, they deserve it. You know, and the fact that they've been allowed to get away with murder for as long as they have is honestly kind of shocking. I use this analogy all the time, but obviously I run a very big real estate company. Every Friday at 5 o'clock, we're waiting for a wire to come in. The SWIFT system is broken, but not a single person outside the crypto community has talked about this system that's so fundamentally flawed. It works 40 hours a week, barely. You have traditional banking in this country that runs 9 to 5 with an hour and a half lunch break. Go try and get a mortgage on your house. It takes 120 days, of which case at the end of it, they deny you, even though they've banked you forever. They say your money's safe when, you deposit $1 million in a bank and they keep $100,000 of it and they go spend your money somewhere else. You go try and pull out more than $5,000 and you're on some terrorist watch list somewhere. The whole system, guys, is broken. And now all of a sudden you have crypto, which solves all the problems. It makes everything cheaper. It makes it faster. It makes it safer. It makes it more transparent. It makes the whole system more functional.
And Bank XRP hits the nail on the head. XRP fixes all of this. Bitcoin can only fix a portion. Here he is again.
The amazing thing about Michael Saylor is he is truly one of the most pure, incredible people. He tells everybody, including Mike, right, including Matt, including our entire team, he goes, guys, do what I'm doing. Do what I'm doing. There's such incredible opportunity. I've never seen that in any other industry where you have the titan of the industry that's literally advocating for smart people to compete against them. And that's how much Michael Saylor loves this industry. And I think...
Okay, let's do one more. I don't think there's overlap. We'll see.
Using the word hate, but honestly, I would love to see some of the big banks go extinct.
Okay, that is overlap. Let's go to this one.
Everybody wants Bitcoin. Everybody is buying Bitcoin. If you go back 12 months, there were probably less than 100 companies that were treasuring Bitcoin that really had any. And now every single day, it's another sovereign wealth fund. Look what GameStop just did. Look what Truth Social did. Every single day, people are allocating billions and billions of dollars to it. 0.1 Bitcoin is going to be worth an absolute fortune. And
let's talk to the average American right now. You know, I talk to millions of people every day on my channel, and what I hear a lot is, well, Bitcoin's already over 100K. I can't buy one whole Bitcoin anymore. You know, I could buy maybe 0.1 Bitcoin or a fraction of a Bitcoin, but I don't know, it doesn't seem worth it. What would you tell to somebody that is saying, you know, should I buy 0.1 Bitcoin? Is a fraction
I would say buy XRP.
of one Bitcoin worth it?
I think without question. Listen, I think for everyone, the second you get in it, right? Even as a student of finance and whatever it may be, once you're vested, all of a sudden you're paying attention. You're in the details. You don't have to buy 100,000 at Bitcoin. Like you buy as much as you can, whatever percent you can, and once you have that vesting, you're all of a sudden committed. You're paying attention to the details. You're understanding the game a lot more. You figure it out. I mean, people have said, "Hey, Bitcoin's too expensive." They said it at 1,000. They said it at 10,000. They said it at 50,000. This is a story that's pretty old right now. This has been going on for over a decade, where it's too much. So, I think it's just important to get people in the game, to start understanding that, to utilize the other platforms, to go.
That way, they'll start helping us find more buyers. Okay, I got more on Bitcoin Las Vegas, and I also have some things of my behind the scenes and my impressions of what I saw and whatnot in the group. Go to daixrp.com to join the Patreon, or click the join button below any of my YouTube videos if you'd rather join through YouTube. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family, away we go.